For those of you that don't know, I will give you a little some education. But the Russo-Ukrainian War began in February 2014. Following the Ukraine's Revolution of Dignity, Russia occupied and annexed the Crimea from Ukraine to support pro-Russian separatists fighting for the Ukrainian military in the Donbass War. In the first 8 years of the conflict included naval incidents and cyber warfare. Here's the thing, this is all history repeating itself. This goes back and back. Like, um, another thing, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Did not see that one coming at all. They've been hitting the news, and I know some of y'all upset, oh, she's a Swiftie, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I am a Swiftie. I love being a Swiftie. I'm okay with that. Am I a Travis fan? Not really. Hello, hello. Welcome to episode 13 of Sassy Southern Belle. Today we're going to be talking about sauce, dinners, reboots, remakes, cancel culture, and many more. You're probably wondering what the hell does all that mean exactly? My name is Brittany. If you're new here, hit that like button, ring that bell for notifications. Also, please subscribe. Help a girl out. I just got out of the shower, so please excuse the wet hair. Um, I'm tired. I'm working all doubles this week, so I'm like trying to get as much as I can done. Not to mention I have like a court date on Friday. Not the criminal, I promise. There's some stuff going on that I'm trying to get done at the same time. Just too many stuff going on. But you saw my warning at the beginning of this episode, but I'm gonna say it again because I don't think you were paying attention. But this episode may get some people mad, but oh well. If it offends you, just leave the channel. Our podcast, it's not that really that hard. Not that hard of a task. Um, but today I want to start it off with things I saw and didn't see coming. Panic buying toilet paper in the pandemic. Mm, did not see that coming, but 2020 was a very weird year where we had a pandemic, everybody was panic buying toilet paper. That was hard to find. The stores had to limit how many they can sell. I'm like, then again, that leads me to my next one. Going through a pandemic. Did not think I would ever have to go through a pandemic. But the more I go through it, it's like almost every start of the 20s is like, bam, there's a pandemic. Just go back in history, look it up. I'm actually going to look it up right now so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Let's see. But seriously though, 2020 was a weird year. Um, I don't remember much about it. I know I worked in it. I was very grateful to have a job in the restaurant business, so we were able to get more stuff done. Come on. My phone's being slow right now. Okay, so here we go. 1720, the plague. 1820, cholera. In 1920, the Spanish flu. And then when 2020 happened, the coronavirus from China. Yeah. Um, what's something else? A convicted felon becoming president. I actually saw this one coming. I probably I voted and everything, but I saw this coming. And y'all want to know the best part about all of this? I'm gonna remind you for somebody gets all butthurt, um, the qualifications of being the U.S. president, because I think people seem to forget about that part. But here we go. When my laptop decides, here are the qualifications. According to Article 2 of the U.S. Constitution, the U.S. president must be 1. A natural born citizen of the U.S., 2. At least 35 years old, and 3. Have been a resident of the U.S. for 14 years. Do we all need a there's our little daily reminder. There's nothing about saying that the person had to have a clean criminal record, but yet we all want to hate Trump. But he's our president now. He's doing more for this country than what he's doing more for North Carolina and California than the administration before that should have done to begin with. Um, what else? Did I see coming? Uh, a hillbilly getting the American dream and becoming vice president. Did not see that coming, but I am so happy, so grateful that happened. JD Vance is just living proof that you can come from nothing and you can become something. Um, I watched the movie Hillbilly Elegy. I do recommend. Let's put all politics aside. Um, JD Vance is just an example to live up to. The fact that his mom stood up there with him in the inauguration and after being sober for 10 years, that shows a lot about his character. And one of my favorite moments by him is the "I don't care, Margaret." I know some of y'all are probably gonna be clicking out of this can when you find out, oh, she's a conservative Christian, yada yada yada, all that. I'm human. I voted for the best president, the best candidate that we had. I did my research. I'm sorry if my political values don't line up with yours, but guess what? We're human. We're allowed to have different votes, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Um, what's another one? Biden pardoning his own children. Come on, we all didn't see. Y'all saying y'all didn't see that coming. I saw that coming from a mile away. Um, yeah. I also really want to know what Barron Trump said to him at the inauguration that made him lose his grin. I'm like, I really want to know. Like, you could tell he possessed his dad's tact for sure. Um, Harris losing the election. Here's the thing: I do believe a woman can be president, but I don't think she could be president. And I know I'm all for women supporting women, but after the job she did in the White House as VP, come on now. Um, Another thing, the government doing what the Biden administration should have done when it happened. I saw this coming actually. I knew once Trump and Vance took office, they were going to start taking action and doing what the Biden administration should have done to begin with. Um, Another thing, people creating an uproar over a song that doesn't even mention anything about racism at all. Some of y'all's probably thinking now, oh, she's some hillbilly who can't even pronounce racism. Get over it. It happens. Anyway, y'all know the Jason Aldean song, Try That in a Small Town, that literally got him to the top. Well, he didn't choose the location of the video. The song mentions nothing about racism. And yet, a lot of people love this song, thanks to everyone creating an uproar about it, which I think that was the intention the whole time. Um, let's see. Russia declaring war on Ukraine. Here's the thing, I'm a history nut. I saw this coming. If you know anything about the history between Russia and Ukraine, then you know this was bound to repeat itself. Um, because Russia was not happy originally when they had to give that up because that was their seaport and everything. But for those of you that don't know, I will give you a little some education. But the Russo-Ukrainian War began in February 2014. Following the Ukraine's Revolution of Dignity, Russia occupied and annexed the Crimea from Ukraine to support pro-Russian separatists fighting for the Ukrainian military in the Donbass War. In the first 8 years of the conflict included naval incidents and cyber warfare. Here's the thing, this is all history repeating itself. This goes back and back. Like, um, another thing, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Did not see that one coming at all. They've been hitting the news, and I know some of y'all upset. Oh, she's a Swiftie, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I am a Swiftie. I love being a Swiftie. I'm okay with that. Am I a Travis fan? Not really. He's a mid football player, but I still think the Chiefs are vastly overrated, and I'm so happy that they lost on Sunday. Like I'm very happy on that one. Um, Becoming a Kylie Kelsey fan, did not see that one coming. Like, I feel like me and Kylie, I feel like we would vibe, honestly, because I just do. Okay, this next one is becoming an Eagles coach fan. Okay, cut me some slack. That guy is too good looking for his own good, and he knows it. The fact that he was like when he was singing "My Prerogative" that whole video, I was going through the comments and like some girl and some of the women were like, "I think I just became an Eagles fan." I'm like, I was thinking to myself, honestly, honey, I'm right there with you. But I wanted the Eagles to win, so I'm still honestly trying to find my NFL football team because when I was younger, it was the Cowboys, then it was the Patriots, but I like the Packers too. Um, but I'm still like trying to find my football team now because where I invested one because they all seem to go downhill, and I'm like, and I'm a big football girly, so let's keep that in mind. I love football. Um, Kendrick Lamar being petty as hell at the Super Bowl. Yes and no. Like I knew he was gonna be petty, but and no, I did not actually think he was gonna play that song. Play Not Like Us. Um, but oh my gosh, he was so petty. I was all for that performance. Makes me want to ask the question though: is his wife or partner the same way? Like, is she just as petty as him, or is she like one of? Is she just like, okay, babe, maybe we need to not do this like this? Ohio State winning the Natty. Did not see that coming. Don't like that one. I hate Ohio State with a passion. If you know anything about Ohio State, their fan base is so cocky and conceited, almost as worse as Alabama fan base. Yes, I am from Alabama, but I am an Auburn fan, so let's keep that in mind. Um, Tennessee making a playoff game. Yes, I saw that coming. Like when I say I'm a football person, I'm a football person. Like I have my superstitions and everything, and I literally like when I watch a football game. Here's my thing. I go all in. Okay. Um, what else? But yeah, Tennessee, you should have made it past the first round. What the hell happened? It was supposed to be you and it was supposed to be you in the third round getting knocked out by Texas to play Georgia. But no. Why? What the hell happened? Sabrina Carpenter and Kelsey Ballerini becoming the next builder. Yes and yes on this one. Sabrina Carpenter, I remember watching her from Girl Meets World, and girl's talented as hell. Let's give her that. Kelsey Ballerini, I remember you like early on in your country days, and I was a huge fan then. Um, so I'm happy for both y'all. Y'all are out there making success, and I am here for it. Um, the Backstreet Boys announcing the residency at the Sphere. Yes, so happy for that one. Never gonna go, but I'm so happy for that. Beyonce winning Best Country Album. No, did not see that one coming. Like, I mean, you don't know how bad that makes me. Like, Lainey Wilson should have got that one, honestly. Post Malone making a country album. Did not see that coming, but that actually turned out pretty good. I will give that one. He was like one of the most humble people I've seen on the internet. Also say that. P. Diddy coming to light. There's a saying that what happens in the dark always comes out in the light. Um, all I have to say on that one. And I can't wait for that case, all the details to close on that case so I could talk about it on my true crime channel. Amber Heard losing her case. Saw it coming. Didn't like Amber Heard to begin with. Everything. And one more thing I want to say I did not see coming. Kylie Kelsey going on the Call Her Daddy podcast. I'm listening to that right now and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so good. Like I love Alex Cooper too, but I also I'm a huge like I said, I'm a huge Kylie fan. Like I feel like me and Kylie will be vibing, honestly. And Alex Cooper, Huge fan of your podcast, girl. Keep doing what you're doing. Um, Now let's do reboots. And remakes. Yes or no? Footloose. Okay, the original Footloose, I love. The new Footloose that came out like in 2011, 2012, somewhere in that time frame. Um, it was okay. I wouldn't say it was better than the first one, but it was okay. It was definitely suited for this generation for sure. Dirty Dancing. They made three. One was a sequel, and one was a reboot. The original always better. You don't mess up what it's a classic. Let's not mess up a classic. But the second one, mid. It was pretty decent. Completely different plot line and stuff, but I didn't really care for it. And the remake did not even attempt to watch it. I was saving my eyes. Sorry. Abigail Breslin, I'm sure you did a great job in it, but you can't ruin a classic. I'm sorry, you can't. That 70s show, that 80s show, and that 90s show. So here's the deal. I literally, I love that 70s show. I did not see that 80s show. I tried to watch it, didn't really get past the pilot. If that tells you anything. And that 90s show, I actually kind of do like it. Walker Texas Ranger. Thanks to my stepdad, I watched the whole Walker Texas Ranger series. Do not want to see a remake of it. No offense, Jerry Paladecki. Pretty sure you're doing an amazing job. You did an amazing job with it, but no. Okay, this next one makes me mad. Hocus Pocus. I love the original Hocus Pocus. So when I heard that Hocus Pocus 2 was coming out, we all put so much hype around it, and then when the second one came out, extremely disappointing. Extremely. The Mummy. I remember watching all the movies in The Mummy. Then they do a remake of it. I'm like, no, 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 not as good. Sorry. Okay, the Fast and the Furious movies. Here's my thing with that. I feel like they should have stopped at 7 after Paul Walker's death. Honestly, it's just getting redundant at this point. Um, Pretty in Pink. I love the 80s. I love any of the 80s movies. So, um, no, let's not make a reboot or remake of it. The Breakfast Club, same thing. No remakes of it. Please don't. Don't ruin a classic. Let's not. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. No remakes. No remakes. This movie was golden. I'm telling you. Okay. The Fresh Prince of Bel Air. They did see Peacock did like a new series with it. I don't like it. I like the original one better because it was more comedic, like it is supposed to be. The new one just makes Carlton a complete douchebag, and the series just makes it so drama filled. I can't even get past the second episode. Headers, the movie. No, I know Lifetime does many variations of it, but let's quit with the remakes of Headers or try and find a version. Um, The Outsiders. Oh my gosh, I love this movie. If if they do a remake of this, it would ruin it. I'm sorry, it would just totally ruin it. The Office. I haven't watched much of The Office, but from what I've seen, I do like it. Same thing with Parks and Rec. So let's not ruin it, okay? Let's don't do a reboot. Let's don't do a remake. Friends. Okay, Friends is one of those things where no, Friends is the test of a generation. Okay, um, like Friends truly had a target audience and everything. Could it be made today? No. There's been variations of Friends that are similar to it, but like you can't redo the original. You can't. That just hits different. All in the Family. See, here's the thing. That would get canceled today. You gotta remember, some of these shows were a product of their time. And this was a different age for Hollywood. And everything. The Dukes of Hazzard. It would be canceled today. So I don't think All in the Family and Dukes of Hazzard needs a remake, honestly. It would not survive or get past the first season. Plus, you can't ruin a classic. Come on now. Um, Married with Children. Again, let's not ruin a classic. It would be canceled today in a heartbeat. Bewitched. I really would love to see how Bewitched will be canceled today. Honestly, let's Well, I'm saying that let's not go remake and reboot it, but that's a classic, so everyone loves a classic. I Love Lucy. No, no remakes on it, nothing. Gilligan's Island. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Do I remember how that song goes? Was it shit? No, that's the whole TikTok song. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to look that song up now. Um, MASH. Thanks to my stepdad again. I watched every episode of MASH. Do not want to ever see it again. The Brady Bunch. Let's not do any more remakes of it. They've done made movies and everything else with it. Three's Company. See, here's the thing. I don't think Three's Company would get made in today's time, honestly. But let's not go remaking it either. The Jeffersons and Fat Albert. No more remakes, please. And Bill Cosby is already under a lot of fire for Fat Albert, so the Cosby Show. Honestly, it's a classic, yes. But I think if Bill Cosby wasn't in it, I think for sure, or associated with the Cosby Show, I think for sure that it could possibly get a remake if it's done correctly. Um, the Flintstones. Let's not go ruining classics, okay? Full House. That's a classic in itself, so let's not ruin that. I know the unauthorized Full House came out years ago, and I actually watched it. So, um, I Dream of Jenny. That would get canceled today in a heartbeat, especially in the woke generation. Sadly, um, that girl, I actually loved that show. Um, so no, let's not remake it. Same thing with Sanford and Son. It would not get made today, but let's not go remaking it at the same time because it was um good times. In the Mary Tyler Moore Show. Now let's talk about some celebs who got canceled or who may get canceled. And I hate cancel culture. Let's be honest with y'all. I really do. But Danny Masterson, of course, got canceled. Woody Allen, P. Diddy, J Lo, Russell Brand, Amber Heard, Will Smith, and I feel like Alfred Hitchcock will be canceled. Honestly, like like today, like he would be canceled today. Like he was truly a product of his time for sure. But yeah, but that is it on this episode. I will see y'all next time. Go Eagles again. Um, y'all have a great day and try and stay dry out there. I know it's raining like crazy right now.